They lifted their heads and they gave thanks to God. Hey guys, just wanted to wish you all a happy Hussars Day. One of the greatest days in history today. A day when a few white men stood against a vast army. A few white men said no to tyranny and injustice. A few white men said no to the destruction of their culture. A few white men said no to the genocide of their people. And even though they were outnumbered 15 to 1, they prevailed. And I find so many parallels between this event and our current situation. It's unbelievable. And I'm not going to go into all the historical details. You really should look into it. It's fascinating. But just as today, a massive non-European population had moved in and basically taken over southeastern Europe. They had moved all the way into Central Europe and were destroying the city of Vienna. They had laid siege to the city of Vienna. And the Venetians, greatly outnumbered, were holding them off somehow. They managed to get messengers out of the city to go into the wider European community to plead for help. And just like today, you know what? Very few people would help. Almost no one wanted to get involved. They were too scared. They were too politically correct. They didn't want to get involved in a multicultural war. You know, that was racist, and all these kind of things were probably going on then as well. But there was one king in Poland, King Sobieski, who decided enough was enough. And he got together his greatest band of mounted knights. They were known as the Winged Hussars because of these winged armor that they wore on their backs to protect them from back attacks from enemies. They gathered together and they started riding towards Vienna to help defend the city. And suddenly other contingents came and joined them. Germans, Lithuanians, other European tribes came, but they were mostly infantry and they couldn't really keep up. So the king had to make a choice. Should he wait for his larger infantry, his larger army, or should he ride ahead? And he knew that the city was about to fall. So, I mean, this man must have had unbelievable testosterone. He decided to just take his mounted troops, his knights, and ride ahead. And that's what he did. And they were able to arrive in the battle on this day. They were actually later than they had expected. And the Venetians were basically ready to give up when suddenly this army of knights, this mounted cavalry, appeared walking out of the forest. And it's recorded that the Venetians literally started cheering at the sight of them. They charged they were outnumbered greatly, but they charged right down this mountain, right into the Muslim army, broke their ranks, routed them, and destroyed them. And this wasn't just some skirmish. It was a battle that literally saved the European people. And I just wanted to let you know that even though I'm not Eastern European, we're Scottish and Irish. We have made it a family tradition. I always gather together my many children on this day. We gather together as a family, and we cook a big feast. And we celebrate the legend of the Winged Hussars who saved our people.
When the Winged Hussars arrive. Sent a message to the sky, wounded soldiers left to die.